We'll proceed in pseudo multivariate calculus. Pseudo multivariate calculus, in which we are proceeding the discussion. Pseudo multivariate calculus. Can we write a mathematical equation? Can we solve a problem in simple mathematical equation and later we will change it to calculus? So that is the idea, because generally people they do not understand that how I can start solving a problem. Like this is typically false in primitive calculus. There are two kind of calculus. One is modern calculus, where we start our analysis with delta x, delta y, delta z, and delta x tends to 0. Then if I take this section, then it is a straight line. Then delta x, then delta tends to 0. Then I expand it to this, so many. Okay, primitive calculus, it works only in algebra. It carries the power of algebra. So if we see mathematics, then everything is staircase based. In mathematics, everything is staircase based. Staircase based means one is after another. The most basic mathematics is numerical science, most basic, and that is called constant also. 10 by 5 is 2. That is not variable. Neither 10 is variable, nor 5 is variable, nor 2 is variable. 10 by 5 equal to 2. Okay. Now it forms another thing. Now consider that y equal to 10. Y equal to 10 and 5 equal to x. Now it will be replaced by y by x. Now algebra starts. So algebra is not constant, rather it is a variable. Y by x. Y by x is division of y by x, where y can carry any constant and x can carry any constant. Y into x. Y can carry any constant and x can carry any constant. So these are the called algebraic signs. Okay, thank you very much. What is next? Next is that if y into x, if y is dependent upon x, y is a function over x, then it is possible, right? Y by x, where y will change. Y by x is how much y is changing, how much numerator is changing. If there is one unit change in denominator, that is y by x. 10 by 5 means how much the numerator will change if there is one unit change in denominator, that is 2. Every one unit change in denominator brings 2 unit change in numerator. If there is 5 unit change in denominator, then there is 10 unit change in numerator, that is 10 by 5. Similarly, y by x is if I make 1 unit of change along x axis, how many unit of change we see in y variable y axis, y by x. That is all right if they are independent to each other or their division leads to a number. Y by x equal to 2, all right. It can be 6 by 3, it can be 50 by 25, whatever it is. But if y by x division leads to an algebra like y equal to x square, y equal to x square, x square by x. Now there is a high chance that y and x are independent to each other. Y and x are independent to each other. Y equal to x square. If x is 5, the denominator is 5 and numerator is 25. X is 10, denominator is 10 and numerator is 100. So this is y by x, where y equal to x square. But what if y is dependent upon x? Okay, numerator is dependent upon denominator, means rate of change. The change in numerator, what we see. What do you mean by numerator is dependent upon denominator? This is a very big question. Generally, if I say y equal to x square, then x square by x is x. If numerator is dependent upon denominator, what do you mean by numerator is dependent upon denominator? Y by x means if there is one unit change in denominator, that is in x, how many unit of change I see in numerator, that is x square. If change in the numerator is dependent upon the denominator, what is that? Okay, I give very simple example. Like consider there are two bags. One bag has orange and one bag has mango. One bag has orange and one bag has mango. When orange bag has two oranges, then mango bag has four mangoes. This is what I am seeing. When orange has bag has five oranges, then mango bag has 25. When orange bag has 10 oranges, then mango bag has 100 mangoes. Means relationship is x square. Okay, means the mango bag has whatever the orange bag has, mango bag is square of it. Now question is arising that if I add one orange to orange bag, then how many mangoes will get added to the mango bag? That is the question. This is called division. One unit change brings how many unit change in numerator? Mango by orange. This is what we are doing. Mango by orange. If orange is 2, mango is 4. Orange is 3, mango is 9. Orange is 4, mango is 60. Now consider that orange is 3. At that moment, if I add one more orange, then how much mango I need to add in the mango bag? Okay, in that sense, if mango orange is 3, if I add one more, then in mango bag I have to add 7. 9 to 16 it will go. 7 I have to add. Now here, if orange bag has 4, if I add one more, it becomes 5. Then there I have to add 9. Okay. Now if I say that per unit change in denominator, how many unit of change numerator? Then it is x square by x. Because mango is always x square and orange is x. X square by x. Per unit change in orange bag brings x square by x means x unit change in the mango bag. But that is not true. If orange has 3 oranges, if I add one more, I have to add there 9 to 16, 7 mangoes. Here the orange count was 3, but I am adding there 7. Now when orange count is 5, I am adding one more, then there it will go 25 to 36. 11 I have to add. When orange bag has 5, at that moment I have to add 11 there. Doesn't look like x. X means if orange bag has 5 oranges, then I have to add 5 mangoes there. If orange bag has 10 oranges, if I add one more, I have to add 10 out there, but that is not true. If orange has 10, then mango has 100. If I add one more, then mango I have to add 21. That is certainly not x. Means x squared by x equal to x. Per unit change in orange brings x unit change in mango, where x is the count of orange mango. That is not true. Okay, so the concept is that when the numerator is dependent upon denominator, means how much mango bag will carry depends upon orange. If that is the case, then division will become differentiation. This is where calculus comes into the picture. So x squared by x or y by x or mango by orange, m by o will be written as dm by do, not m by o. Okay, then what it will be? Dx squared by x, dx will become 2x. Whenever I am going to add 1, then I have to add 2x out there. If orange count is 10 and mango count is 100, if I'm adding 1, then I have to add 2x, that is 20. 21 I am adding. If orange count is 20, then at that time mango count is 400. If I am adding 1 out there, then how much 1 out here? Then I have to add 2x, 40 out there. I believe 21 into 21, it will become 1 and 21, 42. 421. This is what I believe. 21 there. Okay, 20 orange. If I add one more, it will become 21. 21 into 21. 21 into 21. That will become 21 into 1 is 1. Okay, is 1 and 2 I have to keep. 21 into 2. 420 into 2 plus 2. 4, 420. Hope. 20, 21, 21 into 21. 21 into 1 is 21. 1 I have, then 2 I have to keep. 21 into 2 is 42. 42 plus 2, 44. 441. 441. Earlier it was 400, now it is 441. 41 I have to add. With our calculation 2x, 40 I have to add. Only one less, everywhere one less is there. It is in arithmetic progression. So it is completely all right. So this is called differential calculus. But we start pseudo multivariate calculus means we start our problem with normal multiplication and division, and when we see numerator is dependent upon denominator, then division turns into differentiation and multiplication turns into integral calculus. This is, we will talk later about differential equations also, where we have two, two, two entities are changing, and how we can do the multiplication of two entities, that is other on other side of equal to sign. If there is a equal to and left side there is a mathematics and right side there is a mathematics, then how I can come to a calculation, in the sense in calculation of bringing a algebraic equation, that is differential equation, that we will see. But right now multivariate calculus is something that someone need to practice and then bring it to mathematics and start converting division into differentiation and multiplication into integral calculus. This is our concept. This is not available in any of the book. This is called primitive calculus. Anyway, we were in fundamental of calculating the surface area of a sphere. Surface area of a sphere. And in the surface of the area of the sphere, we try to calculate the surface area vector. And surface area vector is multiplication of two vector, that is along the two side of surface. Any surface has two sides. Okay, any surface has two sides. Okay, if this is the surface, then it has two sides. This is one side and this is another side. If I represent this side as a vector and this side as a vector, cross product of this vector and this vector gives the area vector. If I make it a curved surface, then still this line become a curved line. That is, straight vector become a curved vector, and this straight line vector become a curved vector. Still, I can represent the curved line through a vector and curved line through vector. Then if I still again I do cross product of two curve vector or algebraic vector, I still get the area vector. Okay, first we solve through cutting this 3D, cutting this 3D in XZ plane and cutting this 3D in YZ plane. If I cut this, this is any point P. This is a sphere. Sphere means it is completely round, doesn't look like so, but it is completely round. Consider like that. If I am trying to calculate surface area of the sphere, then idea is I'll calculate the surface area vector. Surface area vector. If I get surface area vector, then I'll calculate the magnitude of surface area vector and then proceed. So surface area vector which is a curved surface. If I take any point P here, then this is a curved surface. It is not a flat surface. Still, if it is a surface, it has two curved line at its end. If there is an area, then there are two lines. Multiplying two sides will give the area. This is pseudo mathematics. Pseudo mathematics will start with simple concept. If I am trying to find surface area of this, then I'll take any point P here, and around the P, I'll take a small surface and then try to find area of this surface. Any surface, that is a curved surface. That is a curved surface. Any surface has two sides, and these two sides, if I multiply, I get the area. This is called pseudo code, abstract code. Now, instead of multiplying and taking two sides, I take these two sides as vector and doing the cross product. And then vector I will take for the curved sides also, because curved surface will have curved sides. What is the vector representation of these two curved sides? Okay, in that way, if this is point P, then I cut this in XZ plane. If this is point P, then I cut it in YZ plane. This is point P. I cut in XZ plane. If this is the point P, I cut in YZ plane. If I cut in xz plane, it will give a circle like this. If I cut in YZ plane, it will give again a circle like this. In that sense, this circle is a curved, curved line. This circle is again a curved line. If I represent this curved line through vector, and if I represent this curved line through vector, cross product of these two curve vector or length vector will give the surface area. What is the representation of this curve vector? If it is in xz plane, then I can denote any point P as xi plus yj plus zk, or rather that if there is a point P here, then this point P is x comma y comma z. From origin, this is centered at the origin. Centered at the from origin, if I draw a position vector, it will come as xi plus yj plus zk. If I cut in xz plane, whatever the line I am seeing, everywhere y is constant. Y is constant. Y will not change when x will change anyway. Our vector representation is xi plus yj plus zk, a vector connecting origin and point P, xi plus yj plus zk. It xi plus yj plus zk. If I take out x here, it becomes I plus y by xj plus z by xk, bracket close into x. Now division I can convert into differentiation, because differentiation, and full I plus y by xj plus z by xk, full is full multiplied by x. This will change into integral calculus. Now it becomes I plus dy by dxj plus dz by dxk into dx, dy by dx. Per unit change in x, how much y will change? In xz plane, y will not change at all. In that sense, dy by dx is 0. It becomes I plus dz by dxk, bracket close into dx. This is the line vector in xz plane. Similarly, line vector in yz plane is j plus dz by dy k into dy. If I take out y, now cross product of these two vectors will give the area vector, that is minus dz by dxi minus dz by dyj plus k, bracket close into dx dy. Someone has to calculate magnitude of it and integrate it. Now integrate it over the xy plane, because dx dy is there, that is integration over xy plane. If this is centered at the origin, top one is above the top hemisphere is above xy plane and bottom hemisphere is below the xy plane. In that sense, that if I see the xy plane, then there will be a circle on the xy plane. If this is centered at the origin, then this is xy plane, it will bisect it exactly at the center. In that sense, it will form a circle on the xy plane. That is the limit of x and y, circular region. In that sense, x will go minus a to a is the radius of a sphere, and y will go minus a square root of a square minus x square to square root of a square minus x square. Okay, then we came to another thing. If P is a point, then any, I can bisect it in any plane, not required xz plane or yz plane. I have to put limit like that. Now I am putting limit x is minus a to a and y is minus a square root of a square minus x square to square root of a square minus x square. If I cut this in any plane, let's take two planes. I have x-axis and I have y-axis. Consider that any line is alpha axis, that is 45 degree from x-axis, and any line beta axis, that is 45 degree from the y-axis. Okay, anyway, that we will see. If someone is watching this minutely, then can people see that the in xz plane we had I plus dy by dxj plus dz by dxk, and in yz plane we had x y yi plus j plus z by y k into y. If someone is watching very closely, then it looks like the first one is dp by dx. If I have a position vector p equal to xi plus yj plus zk, dp by dx will be I plus dy by dxj plus dz by dxk, and dp by dy is dp by dy is dxy by dy I plus j plus dz by dy k. Okay, it looks like that the what is the net area vector we are calculating, it is similar to dp by dx cross dp by dy. But anyway, we started discussion with the length vector. Now, let's cut it into a z alpha plane where alpha axis is 45 degree from x axis and z beta plane where beta axis is 45 degree from y axis. It is in second quadrant. If I do so, then the first length vector is I plus dy by dx j plus dz by dx. dy by dx was 0 if I had cut in xz plane. Now here dy by dx, y and x are related to each other. Y and x are related to each other because alpha axis is 45 degree from x, means y equal to x. It becomes I plus j plus dz by dx k vector into dx outside, cross product with another vector, that is dx by dy I plus j plus dz by dy k into dy. What is dx by dy? That is along the beta line. Okay, I believe it is understandable. I am, if this is okay, if this is xy plane, then this is x axis, then alpha is 45 degree from x axis. Then this is y-axis, then beta is 45 degree from y-axis. So I am cutting alpha and beta. I am cutting this in the alpha beta plane. I am cutting to take out the two vector. One I am cutting in z alpha plane, z beta plane. So z alpha plane becomes I plus j plus dz by dx, because dy by dx along alpha plane is 1. So I plus j plus dz by dx k cross product dx cross product with dx by dy. In along beta, the equation is y equal to minus x. So dx by dy is minus. So minus I plus j plus dz by dy k. If someone does the cross product, then he will get the solution. So I plus j plus dz by dx k cross product minus I plus j plus dz by dy k at the end dx dy. If someone does this, then whatever the cross product comes, it will come as I component, j component and 2k. Earlier it was k, it will come as 2k now. 2k. Then someone has to calculate this magnitude of this ith component whole square, jth component whole square, and kth component is 2 whole square root dx dy. What is limit of x and y? X, since I have taken alpha and beta plane, x will not be from minus a to a. Okay, if this is xy plane, if this is xy plane, then this is x axis and this is y axis. This is alpha and this is beta. In that sense, for alpha, x will be minus a by a square root of 2 to a by a square root of 2, because this is a. This is a. This will be less in x. Similarly, for beta, if this point, if I take y-axis, then this point is minus square root of a square minus x square. This point is square root of a square minus x square. Then this point and this point will be minus square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2 to square root of a square minus x square. So by square root of 2. So x is minus a by a square root of 2 to a by a square root of 2, and y is minus square root of a square minus x square by a square root of 2 to a square root of a square minus x square by a square root of 2. And then this cross product of I plus j plus dz by dx k minus I plus j plus dz by dy k cross product, then calculate the magnitude dx dy. Here the k component is coming as 2. Okay, then actually idea was what would be the y limit. Y limit was x limit is understandable. X limit is minus a by a square root of 2 to a by a square root of 2 because it is not complete a. This is a and this is minus a. That is the radius. That is the radius of a circle or a sphere. But if I rotate it 45 degrees, this x component will be less. Similarly, if I this is y, but y axis is coming to a circle equation, y equal to square root of a square minus x square. That is variable point. That is not like a x fixed point. Then should I take minus square root of a square minus x square for beta axis? This is y, and this is minus a, and this is plus a. But since this is a circle and y is dependent upon x, y is taken as minus square root of a square minus x square to a square root of a square minus x square. If y axis, if I rotate like this 45-degree angle, what I have to take? It will not tempt people to use same limit minus square root of a square minus x square to square root of a square minus x square. But we are saying that no need to take the same limit. It will be minus square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2 to square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2. Okay, how to prove that? The cross product what we are taking for the z alpha length vector and z beta length vector is I plus, it is I plus dy by dx j plus dz by dx. Dy by dx along alpha vector is 1 and dx by dy along beta vector is minus 1. Dy by dx or dx by dy all are minus 1. So the length vector of the curve along beta z plane is actually it is xi plus yj plus zk. I have taken y out. It becomes dx by dy I plus j plus dz by dyk. Dx by dy is minus 1. So I have to take cross product of I plus j plus dz by dx k bracket close dx cross product with again in bracket minus I plus j plus dz by dyk dy. It will come as I will come in some term, j will come in some term, k will be 2k, then dx dy. Now we will take hint as how we can set the limit of y. Now let's calculate, I am trying to calculate volume of a sphere. If I try to calculate volume of a sphere, this is called surface area vector. Whatever we are calculating now, it is surface area vector. Surface, what is volume? Surface area into height is the volume. Surface area or surface area into the height is volume. Area into height is volume as per the pseudo multivariate calculus. What is pseudo mathematics for volume? If area is width into height, then volume is height into, I'm sorry, if area is width into length, area, then volume is height into area. Okay, or height into surface area. What is surface area that we have calculated now? Cross product of these two vectors. What is height? Height is zk vector or dzk vector. Now, if I do dot product of area vector with the height vector, it gives me the volume. So height vector is dzk vector dot product with whatever we are doing, calculating the area vector. Now we are saying that in area vector, when we are calculating the area vector, it has I component, j component and k component and then dx dy. K component will come only into the picture when we are doing dot product with dzk. Ij will go away and I am saying k product is 2. In that sense, it will become 2dz and dx dy is there. It will become 2 dx dy dz. Make sense? 2 into dx dy dz. Whereas if I had cut into xz plane and yz plane, it would have come dx dy dz. Where from this 2 has come? 2 need to be settled down. Okay, because I cut in z alpha plane and z beta plane. Now in that sense, 2 will come out and dz we will do integration, it will become z, where z is minus square root of a square minus x square minus y square to a square root of a square minus x square minus y square. That is a sphere equation. It is same as I cut in xz plane and yz plane, so no change. So It is all right. 2, I have to see why, where from 2 had come. Now I have dy dx dy, and integration is square root of a square minus x square minus y square. 2, 2 came here also. 2 into 2 outside is there, where it should be 2 as per the xz uh, cutting and yz plane, but we are cutting in alpha z and beta z. Now 2 need to be settled down, but anyway, I have to settle down the square root of a square minus x square minus y square dx dy. Let the fight is happening, battle is happening. What is the limit for the y? X limit is all right, minus a by a square root of 2 to a by a square root of 2. Y should be minus square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2 to minus to square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2, or it will be minus a square minus x square root to square root of a square minus x square. Okay, now in that sense 2 is outside. I am calculating integration of this. Consider y equal to square root of a square minus x square cos theta or sin theta. Y is square root of a square minus x square sin theta. Then dy by dx, I'm sorry, dy equal to square root of a square minus x square is constant. Cos sin theta differentiation will be cos theta. Cos theta d theta. Now I can substitute here. The square root of a square minus x square minus y square. If y equal to square root of a square minus x square sin theta, this term will become square root of a square minus x square, the square root of 1 minus sin square theta. That will be cos theta. Okay, the square root of a square minus x square cos theta. dy is square root of a square minus x square cos theta again. Now it will become a square minus x square, that I can keep outside. Outside already I have 2 into 2, where 2 is extra, and then multiplied by a square minus x square. Cos square theta d theta. What is cos square theta d theta? That is theta by 2 plus sine 2 theta by 4. This is what I think so. What is theta? Y equal to square root of a square minus x square sine theta. Theta is sine inverse of y by square root of a square minus x square. If I take y as square root of a square minus, if I now y is the limit. Consider limit I take minus square root of a square minus x square to square root of a square minus x square. The theta will be for one limit, theta will be sine inverse minus 1 and another will be sine inverse plus 1. Then it will be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. In that sense, we have now cos square theta d theta as integration. Theta by 2 plus sine 2 theta by 4 minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. In that sense, theta by 2 will be theta by 4 plus theta by 4. Okay, sine theta will go away because sine 2 theta for pi by 2 to pi by 2 will be 0. Okay, in that sense, it will be theta by 4 plus theta by 2 will come into the picture. It is exactly what we were doing calculation when xz plane was taken. So result will come twice of the surface area. I'm sorry, twice of the volume. This is what is unwanted. Let's see that limit is square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2 to a square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2 for the y limit. In that sense, if I, what is theta? Theta is sine inverse y by square root of a square minus x square. If I take y equal to square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2, then sine inverse minus square root of 2 and sine inverse square root of 2, 1 by square root of 2. It will become, 1 will become pi by 4 and 1 will become minus pi by 4. Okay, in that sense, cos square theta d theta, theta by 2 minus sine 2 theta by 4. Okay, plus sine 2 theta by 4. Now, in that sense, I have to substitute, I believe, minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. Okay, minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. Okay, minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. I believe it is. Okay, now if I substitute pi by 2, now pi by 4 to pi by 4, it will give pi by 2, I'm sorry, minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. Pi by 4, if I substitute, it becomes pi by 8. Pi by 8 plus pi by 8. It will become pi by 4. Earlier it came as pi by 2. It is pi by 4. And sine 2 theta. Okay, sine 2 theta, sine pi by 2. Sine 2 theta means sine pi by 2. And sine pi by 2, that is 1. And I believe it is complex. Let's take another way. Let's consider y equal to square root of a square minus x square cos theta. Okay, I have to integrate square root of a square minus x square minus y square dy dx. Y equal to square root of a square minus x square cos theta. Then dy equal to square root of a square minus x square minus sine theta d theta. Then in that sense, theta equal to cos inverse y by square root of a square minus x square. Anyway, if I put it here, it becomes a square minus x square sine square theta, because a square root of a square minus x square minus y square, if I keep y equal to square root of a square minus x square cos theta, then it will become a square root of a square minus x square sine theta into a square root of a square minus x square sine theta again. Instead of dy, we will become d square root of a square minus x square sine theta minus sine theta. Minus will go outside and it will become a square minus x square sine square theta. I'm sorry, sine square theta. Okay, now what is the limit? If it is cos, limit theta equal to cos inverse y by square root of a square minus x square. If I keep y as square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2 and another one minus square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2, then it will become cos inverse, one will become minus 1 by a square root of 2 and another will become cos inverse minus plus 1 by a square root of 2. Then it will become pi by 4 and another will become 135 degree. That will be, I believe, 3 pi by 4. One is pi by 4 and one is 3 pi by 4. That we will set now. Anyway, our integration is sine square theta d theta, that is theta by 2 minus sine 2 theta by 4. Now from pi by 4, I'm sorry, yeah, from pi by, I'm sorry, it is 3 pi by 4 to pi by 4. Okay, if I set pi, if I set in sine 2 theta, pi by sine 2 theta, and one is pi by 4 and another is 3 pi by 4. I believe it will come as pi by 2 sine, how much it is. Okay, I believe it should come as 0. That is the concept. So pi by 4 to 3 pi by 4 is more or less, it is like 0 to pi by 2, which difference is pi by 2. Difference is pi by 2. Okay, in that sense, sine 2 theta factor should come as 0. Someone can try this. But this theta by 2 factor will come as pi by 4. Theta by 2, if limit is pi by 4 to 3 pi by 4, in that sense, one will, the difference is pi by 2, not pi. If I had taken xz plane and yz plane, then then theta was, limit was 0 to pi, difference is pi. Here difference is pi by 2. When I take a square root of 2, if I take difference as pi by 2, theta by 2, the net it will become pi by 4. Earlier it was pi by 2. So 2 will go out. That is outside line there. Okay. Where from this problem came? This problem came is that when we are trying to calculate the area vector, when in Z alpha plane and Z beta plane, in that sense, one was I plus j plus dz by dxk and another was minus I plus j plus dz by d by k. If I do the cross product, then 2k came. 2. In k it was 2. If k it was 2, then if I'm trying to calculate volume, 2 factor comes more. If 2 factor comes more, if 2 factor will go in what fashion? 2 factor will go out in what fashion? So for that, we y limit then I have to set minus square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2 to square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2. Someone can try. If it is what I am saying, it is not highly logical. If it is not highly logical, then someone can try more into it. Okay, in the sense that let y is square root of a square minus x square to square root of a square minus x square. If I keep like that, then if I just keep like that, then I'll get square root of a square minus x square minus y square dy. Integration of this will finally come as theta by 2 minus sine 2 theta by 4, where theta is okay. If I had taken y in term of cos, if I take y in term of sine, then it will come as theta by 2 plus sine 2 theta by 4. In that sense, theta is minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. If I had taken as cos theta, then it will be pi by, I'm sorry, it will come as 3 pi by 4 to pi by 4. And then it will theta by 2 to sine 2 theta by 4. Okay, fix it down and see if the square root of, if 2 that is outside, it is going away or not. Okay, or if had someone had taken the full plane square minus square root of a square minus x square to square root of a square minus x square, then this integration will come as pi by 2, pi by 2. So this is the pi by 2 that people get in xz plane and yz plane cutting only, not z alpha plane and z beta plane. Let's go along with the square root of a square minus x square to square root of a square minus x square. I'm sorry, y minus square root of a square minus x square to square root of a square minus x square, where I'm not dividing it by square root of 2. If someone proceed like this, then it will proceed like this only. Everything is all right. 2 is outside. Okay. Now anyway, now only thing remaining is dx. Dx. If I integrate dx, it will be x. X will be a square root a by a square root of 2 minus a by a square root of 2 to a by a square root of 2. Okay, that is the dx. Okay, I'm sorry. We had a square minus x square outside. I'll bring it inside. It is now a square minus x square dx. Okay, if I integrate it, it becomes a square x minus x to the power 3 by 3. Now x is a by a square root of 2 to a by minus a by a square root of 2 to a by a square root of 2. If I put numerator first, then a square x will become a to the power 3 by a square root of 2 minus a to the power 3 by 3 into 2 square root of 2. Okay, someone has to settle down and it will be complex. So someone can try and see what is the x and y limit that is befitting here, and so that someone will get the volume exactly 4 pi a to the power 3 by 3. That is the volume of the sphere. Okay, I tried this way, that how to get the limit of x and y if I cut in z alpha plane and z beta plane. That is the question. Okay, in that question, I tried calculate in surface area vector. How, when we are calculating surface area vector in z alpha plane and z beta plane, then x axis and y axis limit what I should take. To solve that, I try to calculate the volume. Okay, while calculating the volume, I saw that k factor is multiplied by 2. How to take away 2? What limit I should put in x and y that 2 will go away? Okay, someone can try. I tried in this fashion. I felt it should be y should be minus a square root of a square minus x square by square root of 2 to a square root of a square minus x square by a square root of 2, instead of a square root of minus a square root of a square minus x square to a square root of a square minus x square. This is what I saw. Someone can try. Please do not mind supporting us. Plus 91 is the India country code, 9483160610 is the telephone number. Plus 91 is the India country code, 9483160610 is the telephone number. Most of the thing what we are talking, it is not available in the book. Someone can try.